Okay. What did you like to do in your spare time? I'm really into swimming, so I like to swim in my free time. I suppose this is thanks to the influence of my parents who both like swimming. What kind of program do you like to watch on it? Um, yeah, my favorite TV program are dramas. Since I don't have a thing too much when I watch them. They are little over-dramatic at times, but that's part of the fun. Do you usually watch film alone or with other? I like watching film with my family and friends because after work we can or talk about our favorite parts and figure out what what we think the plot was about. Yeah, my favorite teacher in high school was my English teacher. The reason why she was my favorite teacher is that she taught very well and spent time making sure we understood new words. What was your favorite subject in high school? Yeah, I enjoyed several subjects. The one I liked the most was probably science. I put my love of science down to the fact that I grew up in a family where my parents loved science and I was taught to have an inquiry mind. Okay, what's your favorite type of music? Yeah, like on most of young people, I like pop music mostly because that kind of music motivates me and make me happy. I listen to all everything with a good beat and upbeat lyrics. Who did you get on best with in your family? Um, it's hard to say since we are all so close. I guess I probably get on best with my mother, as we are the most alike. We are both very chatty and warm people. Do you prefer eating home or going out to restaurant? Uh, you know, I prefer to go out to restaurants because I can feel like a guest and it's much more comfortable to eat at restaurants than at home. Not to mention that the food is tasty better than home cooked meal. Okay, so you can answer again. What do you like to do in your spare time? I'm really into swimming, so I like to swimming in my free time. I suppose this is thankful to I suppose it is thanks to to influence of my parents who both like swimming.
I am really into swimming, so I like to swim my free time. I suppose this is thanks to the influence of my parents, who both like swimming.
Okay, what kind of program do you like watching TV? Okay, uh, my favorite TV programs are dramas. Since I don't have to think too much when I watch them. Uh, they are neither over dramatic at times, but that's part of the fun. Yeah, say it again. My favorite TV programs are drama. Since I don't have to think too much when I watch them, they are a little over dramatic at times, but that's part of the fun.
My favorite TV programs are dramas, since I don't have to think too much when I watch them. They're a little overdramatic at times, but that's part of the fun.
Okay, usually watching film alone with that. Yeah, um, I like watching films with my family and friends. because afterward we can talk about uh, our favorite part and figure out what we think the Proskwer was about. Let's say that again. I liked watching films with my family and friends because afterward we can talk about our favorite part and figure out what we think what we think the Proskwer was about.
I like watching films with my family and friends because afterwards we can talk about our favorite parts and figure out what we think the plot was about.
Okay, well, who was a favorite teacher in high school? My favorite teacher in high school was my English teacher. The reason why she was my favorite teacher is that she taught very well and spent time making sure we understood uh, new word new words. Okay, what
My favorite teacher in high school was my English teacher. The reason why she was my favorite teacher is that she taught very well and spent time making sure we understood new words.
okay? What was your favorite subject in high school? I enjoyed several subjects, but the one I liked the most was probably science. Uh, I put my love of science down to the fact that I grew up in a family where my parents love science, and I was taught to have an inquiring mind.
I enjoyed several subjects, but the one I liked the most was probably science. I put my love of science down to the fact that I grew up in a family where my parents loved science, and I was taught to have an inquiring mind.
Okay, what's your favorite kind of music? Okay, um, like almost of young people, I love listen pop music mostly. Because that kind of music motivates me and make me happy. I listen to almost anything. I mm, I listen to almost anything with a good beat and upbeat lyrics.
I like pop music mostly because that kind of music motivates me and makes me happy. I'll listen to almost anything with a good beat and upbeat lyrics.
Okay, we just come to the next one. Um, you know, um, who do you get on best with your family? Uh, it's hard to say since we were all so close. I guess I probably get on best with my mother as we were the most alike. We were both chatty and warm people.
It's hard to say since we're all so close. I guess I'd probably get on best with my mother as we are the most alike. We're both very chatty and warm people.
Chatty and warm people. Okay. Do you prefer eating home or going out to a restaurant? I prefer to go out to restaurant because I can feel like a guest and it's much more comfortable to eat at the restaurant than at home. Not to mention that the food not to mention not to mention that the food there tastes better than home cooked meals.
I prefer to go out to restaurants because I can feel like a guest there is much more and it is much more comfortable to eat at restaurants than at home. Not to mention that the food there tastes better than home cooked meals.
Yeah. I prefer to go out to restaurant because I can feel like a guest and it is much more comfortable to eat at restaurant than at home. Not to mention that the food there tastes better than home cooked meal. Okay. Who do you get or mess within your family? It's hard to say since we are all so close. I guess I probably guess on my best my mother. Yeah, that's all.